I'm sure we've been hearing the news of Eminem introducing Obama at the rally in Detroit. I even went on TMZ and spoke about this, which I'll get into later. But first, before I get into all that, I just want to play a few clips from this episode, which I'm sure we all know, and then we could see how people are reacting to it on Twitter because it's still taking effect as of right now. But let me just play this real quick.
But I was feeling some kind of way following Eminem. I noticed my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, vomit on my sweater already, mom's spaghetti. I'm nervous, but on the surface I look calm and ready to drop bombs, but I keep on forgetting.
Now, I will say this, man, that was great. There's one thing about Obama that we cannot take away from him is that he is an excellent speaker. This man knows how to control a crowd. Not only did he go out there and rap the lyrics, but it was straight amazing. But I basically spoke of the point that I didn't appreciate the fact that Eminem is trying to tell people who to vote. And Harvey, of course, didn't necessarily agree with me, said that the take that I had given was more like a shut up and dribble type of attitude. I can see your point, Harvey, but I got to say that I disagree. That wasn't the point that I was really trying to make. So I want to go ahead and use this video to explain what it was I was really trying to convey. Because, TMZ, you're lucky if you get a minute to really say what you really want to say.
Mr. Michigan, what else do you want to call Eminem? Obviously, the Harris campaign believes that he is an important figure.
He is an important
in Michigan,
figure. Undeniable.
And that's why they have recruited him for a big rally tonight. And he's actually going to be introducing former President Barack Obama.
Now, Eminem has already come out and said he is supporting Kamala Harris.
Not shocking because we know the things he said about Trump over the last few years.
Right.
My name is David from Los Angeles. Thank you for having me. First, I'll go off by saying that this is big for the city of Detroit. I mean, Eminem bringing out Obama, it doesn't really get bigger than that. But I do want to say that, man, you're a rapper who also happens to be Caucasian, and you can't even leave your house to go to the grocery store to buy groceries without security. I mean, this man has no touch with what's going on with the average American. I mean, and yes, we all saw the rap that he did in the garage about how much he hates Trump. We get it. And I want to say, don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of his music, but we shouldn't depend on celebrities and rappers to, give us their political beliefs. I just want to see you guys make movies and do music. That's it, man. Not these actors pretending to be other people for a living, telling people who to vote for.
Well, except here's the thing.
They are citizens also.
That's a very shut up and dribble kind of attitude. And, people, we produce, we're on TV, but we also have opinions. And it's not like a one-dimensional country where you can only do what your profession is. You can go outside of your profession.
Harvey. First, I want to say thank you so much for having me on your show. I love you guys. I love TMZ. Thank you. You guys are out here giving us an opportunity. So first, I just want to say thank you for that. But this is the point that I want to make right here, man, that I know that I don't get enough time to say that. And thankfully, I think it did come off a little bit better than I expected. On the TV, it looked horrible. But, it's kind of cringe seeing yourself on TV sometimes. But I want to say this, though, man. I was not saying that we don't want to hear your opinion. He has a right to say his opinion. If Eminem decided to do a YouTube video or whatever, post something on Twitter and say, hey, I think that this is how I feel. Cool, man. But he was at a campaign rally. You don't go to a campaign rally being the biggest artist in the world in your hometown saying, oh, well, this is my opinion. It wasn't an opinion. He was out there convincing people who to vote for. And that was the issue that I had a problem with. Let me pull up my notes. The situation that I was making is that, yes, this is big for the city of Detroit. But let's be real. Eminem, you are a rapper. Yes, possibly the biggest rapper in the world. I have been to Africa. And the only rapper I ever heard music playing in Africa was Eminem. So yes, you can be or could possibly be the biggest rapper realistically in the world. But let's be real, man. You were also a Caucasian male. Okay, so even if you weren't a rapper, and maybe if you weren't trying to rap, you probably could have done some other things. Okay, who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But I will. Let's just stick with what we have here. You can't even leave your house to go to the grocery store without security. You can't go anywhere. You've even written songs about this, how you can't even go play with your kids in the park. Okay, you have wrote songs about this. So I do not believe that you can relate to the average American, and that I am tired. I'm sure a lot of us are, but how many of us are tired of hearing Hollywood celebrities trying to tell us who to vote for? Let's see. What is Eminem's net worth? According to Reddit, which we know is probably not true, he has a net worth of around 250 million. But you know, we've looked this up on a lot of different sites like Jay-Z, Drake. A lot of these guys are over 200 million, right? Jay-Z's a billionaire, right? But Eminem is definitely coming at around 250, 260 million. Let's just say over 200 million, okay? Do you really think that whoever becomes the president is going to affect his lifestyle? Probably not. You know what I mean? And hey, man, you have a right to vote for whoever you want to vote for. And this is what TMZ tried to come at me about, was like, oh, well, it doesn't matter if he's a celebrity or not. He should have a right to voice his opinion. No, he is not voicing his opinion, Harvey. He is telling you clearly who to vote for. Let's play the clip. Opportunity comes only once in a...
Down a few things I wanted to say. I love you too. Thank you. I'm here tonight for a couple of important reasons. As most of you know, the city of Detroit and the whole state of Michigan mean a lot to me.
That's why you're there.
And going into this election, the spotlight is on us more than ever, and I think it's important to use your voice. So I'm encouraging everybody to get out and vote, please. I
can't...
also think that people shouldn't be afraid to express their opinions. And I don't think anyone wants an America where people are worried about retribution or what people will do if you make your opinion known. I think Vice President Harris supports a future for this country where these freedoms and many others will be protected and upheld. And here to tell you much...
Wait, let's rewind that part.
For this country where these freedoms and many others will be protected and upheld.
My question is this. Obviously, he's reading off of a paper, and I can't front because I do the same thing with my notes. My question is who wrote these notes for him? Did he write these notes or did somebody else? Because I write my own notes.
And here to tell you much more about that, President Barack Obama.
So that was like a quick 30-second, 60-second speech. You know, he just made his little presence, said his little thing, put his little fist pump and got up out of there, you know? And did you guys see what Elon Musk posted? Yeah, man. I got to say right now, man, the memes that are going on Twitter right now on Eminem is crazy because M has always had, you know, a huge following and people have always been down with him. Now it's like these pictures that are starting to come out is not a good look, man. It's not a good look. These pictures that are starting to come back out, you know, and it's funny because when he was doing this, it was during what? The whole Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady, MTV takeover tour, you know, and people weren't really thinking a big deal of it back then. People were just kind of like, oh, he's just pretending to be Britney Spears, whatever. Because, you know, this is who he's mocking in this video. At the time, Britney Spears was a huge pop artist at the time that Eminem was coming out. And those of us that were there in this hip hop moment. See, it's funny how a lot of these Gen Zers and all that, they don't even remember this time of Eminem. You know, and it's like, they're like, wait, Eminem dressed up like a girl? They don't even know the female that he is portraying in his video. And it's like, yeah, man, there was a time that Eminem was doing this, but you see, the world was different then. People didn't really make a big deal out of everything. This was also before social media was able to like take things and build narratives and, you know, change the whole agenda. So, you know, TV was controlling the agenda, but that's what people are asking now. Was there a whole agenda behind the music industry to push this? And maybe people didn't have a voice to speak out about it back then. I wonder, man. That might be another rabbit hole that I may have to go through a little bit later. But for right now, man, we're just going to stay on this topic real quick. But I got to say, looking at the things that are going on now with Diddy and the things that are going on in the music industry, in the movie industry, just Hollywood in general, a lot of these pictures are starting to have a whole nother meaning. That was all I was trying to make.
Especially when it comes to civic duty. So that doesn't mean
if you feel it. But to this point, not every celebrity. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You can keep your opinions to yourself. But
it's appropriate. It's appropriate for anybody.
For all citizens.
All citizens.
Thank you, Charles, for taking my back on that.
Right.
But that is exactly not what I meant, man. But I think we get the point of what I am saying here. Like I said, man, and then I made the points about how we shouldn't depend on rappers or celebrities for their political beliefs. If you want to go ahead and voice your opinion, you have the right to do that. That's fine. But when you're out here using your star power, trying to convince people to sway a certain way, and we know that the only reason why you're doing your little 20-second speech. I mean, I think that my speech on TMZ was longer than Eminem's speech introducing Obama. We have these people who are actors who are pretending to be other people. Let me ask you a question. Do you really trust somebody who makes a living pretending to be somebody else? You're going to really trust that person? Just think about the irony of that. That's all I'm saying. But shout out TMZ.